We know now why a lot of defense attorneys say to go toe-to-toe with Fani Willis is a dangerous proposition for their clients. Because Fani Willis had to come in and basically say, like you played for that clip for the viewers, that she doesn't need a man to pay her bills or to give her money. She also doesn't need a man in the form of Nathan Wade to do her defense. She took the stand, waiving any objections to the subpoena that was served upon her to testify in this motion to disqualify in order to clear her name. And straight out of the gate, Joy, she made clear that the evidence would show that she was corroborating what Nathan Wade said under sworn testimony earlier, that she and Nathan Wade did not begin a personal relationship until after he had been appointed special prosecutor. Also importantly, that she pays her own way, that she has given cash to Nathan Wade to reimburse him for any type of personal trips that they have taken. So under Georgia law, Joy, quickly, you have to have an actual conflict of interest. It cannot be speculative or theoretical. And at this point, the defense has not carried its burden to prove through uncontroverted testimony or evidence that there is any conflict of interest at all.
Yeah, I think what they did prove today is that Fani Willis ain't nothing to play with. And I think Donald Trump's people should be shaking in their boots knowing they're going to have to face that on the other side of their cases.
Happened here. The event was a Central Orange County club meeting where Katie Porter was the main speaker. It was a pretty big crowd, maybe 300 or 400 people. I was actually there with a congressional candidate that I was doing some work with, Nina Lynn, who's running against Young Kim in California's 40th. Anyway, I was sitting with Nina listening to Katie speak, and I noticed off to the left, this was a high school gymnasium out at the entrance. There was a group of people that was gathering with a bunch of MAGA clothes on and a megaphone. And the speech was definitely getting interrupted, so I went over to see if I could be helpful. I used to work for Katie Porter and was used to staffing her, saw some disruptors from time to time, and so I was relatively used to it. When I got there, I saw an older gentleman outside near them, and he was just getting manhandled by them. They were pulling his shirt and pushing him, and the only ones there to help him were a couple of older ladies. And so myself, the guy that you saw in the orange vest, and one of the Democratic volunteers went out, and we put our bodies between them and these people to try to get everybody inside. We did. We got everybody inside. We locked the doors, but not before they stuck megaphone to our ear and screamed, which I still have ringing. After that, I went inside and I sat back down next to Nina and told her what happened. And she wanted me to go over and see if I could help to make sure that Katie got out okay, just in case. So I went over to the one staffer that she had there, who's actually a friend of mine. And he was already ahead of the
$1 trillion, the total amount that Trump is reportedly requesting for the Pentagon budget for next year. That means Republicans in Congress want to increase the Pentagon's budget by $500 billion. Now, to put these numbers in context, the Trump administration will spend $30 billion in just the first 30 days of the war. That is exactly how much we could have used to lower costs for millions of people for an entire year, people who got knocked off their health care or saw their premiums go up because of Trump's health care cuts. So instead of going to war with Iran, we could lower health care costs and actually save lives here at home.